Frustrated LSU fans get their wish, a major reversal from the celebrations to welcome Brian Kelly just 4 years ago. Good evening, I'm John Snell.
And I'm Meg Gatto. LSU confirms negotiations are underway to reduce Brian Kelly's $54 million contract buyout.
Rob Masson tells us how Kelly's coaching career in Baton Rouge came to an abrupt end.
Less than 24 hours after Texas A&M beat LSU 49-25 and the Brian Kelly era came to an end. Yahoo Sports and Jeff Palermo with the Louisiana Radio Network says the decision came with heavy involvement from the governor's mansion.
Governors being involved in LSU football is not new. Huey Long was of course the biggest booster of LSU football during his time in office.
The reports say the governor became involved after LSU athletic director Scott Woodward, who hired Kelly, tried to force Kelly to change his staff.
When Scott Woodward and Brian Kelly spoke on Sunday, it was not a cordial conversation. Scott Woodward went in there, asked Brian Kelly to make some changes to his staff. Coach Brian Kelly, who's been around for 30-plus years, wasn't really interested in hearing from the athletic director telling him how to run his football program, and both sides, it got heated.
Palermo says many phone calls were made, and ultimately Governor Jeff Landry helped orchestrate the Kelly firing.
Something needed to be done. You had to rip the Band-Aid off, and they did that, and now they move forward in trying to pay Brian Kelly the amount that he is owed as far as his buyout.
The LSU athletic department confirms that negotiations are underway.
It still appears to be negotiated, but I don't think anything's signed, Rob, but it appears to be pretty close to a done deal.
The possible involvement of the governor has many thinking back 100 years to when Huey Long served as governor and frequently interjected himself in selections of LSU coaches and band directors.
We all know the stories about Huey Long marching with the LSU band and wanting LSU to have a dominant sports program. But he's not the only one.
With LSU being run by an interim president, Jeremy Alford with Law Politics Weekly says the governor's involvement was inevitable.
The least surprising part of this to me is that Jeff Landry was involved. Almost half expected him to be at the table. This is a guy who brought the Tiger back on the field. He is intimately involved in LSU.
And online, the governor is asking the LSU Board of Supervisors, which he largely appoints, to rethink plans to raise ticket prices next year after the team's performance Saturday night. We reached out to the governor and LSU AD Scott Woodward for comment on this story, but have not heard.